Okay, so if you are following this channel for some time, you very well know that I'm a big fan of Tribute X3 Tune, and it is one of my favorite budget Bluetooth headphone. However, it has its fair share of cons. It's heavy, does not have a rotatable ear cuffs, comes with Bluetooth 4.2 and SBC codec, which is old and tend to have latency. Now, what if I tell you there is a version of this headphone which is lighter, has rotatable ear cups, comes with Bluetooth 5.0 and approximately 40% cheaper. Interested? Well, this is Tribute X3 Go, a cheaper and lighter version of Tribute X3 Tune. So, what's the catch? We'll find out in this video. But you know what? I am really excited to talk about this one. Hey everyone, my name is Parth. You're watching InfoPal, and let's roll the intro. So let's start with the obvious compromise, the build quality. Now there is a obvious metal deficiency. This is through and through plastic build. So clearly it is not as robust as Tribute X3 Tune or even Soundcore Life Q10, which retails for almost the same price. However, it is much better than any other headphone that comes in this price range. Now, even though the build is not that robust, they have not compromised on the feel. What I mean is all the sliding, folding and swiveling feels really smooth. There are no creaking or rattling sound when you maneuver the headphone. The buttons are tactile, no complaints there. All the cushions behave like memory foam. It is made with fox leather and the quality feels like the cushion present on Soundcore Life Q10. Now in my usage that has aged really well, so I am hoping that this would last too. Now more on the cushions in a bit. All the accessories that come with the package are of standard quality, and yes, it does come included with a case in the package. And it is a joke. Don't count on it. It has a really poor quality. Okay, it is by far the most comfortable headphone that I have used in this price range. It is lightweight, the headband tension feels just right, and the cushion is ample, and that's a great recipe for long hour usage. I have used this headphone for 2 to 3 hours at a stretch without feeling any discomfort. The rotatable ear cuffs also means that it is less irritating while you keep it hanging on your neck during the idle sessions. But one thing I should mention, that even though it is designed as a over the ear headphone, but if you have long ears like me, it will sit on ear, but if you have a medium to small sized ears, it will perfectly fit into this cavity. So it takes about couple of hours to fully recharge from dead zero. It also supports fast charging, so if you charge it for 10 minutes it will give you a playback time of 4 hours. But good luck finding a micro USB cable which supports fast charging, because this one has micro USB port. It's 2021 and we still have to deal with that. Anyway, the overall endurance is very good. It claims to have a playback time of 24 hours, and they are not joking. With 60 to 70% volume and occasional full volume, I got almost 24 hours. About 22 to 23 hours to be exact. Now I know it does not come close to the insane battery life of Soundcore Life Q10. However, more than 20 hours is good enough for an average person. It has Bluetooth 5.0, so it connects really fast and the range is also very good. But here is the exciting part. It supports dual pairing, and that is a lifesaver. So I can keep my headphone connected with both my laptop and my phone. So if there is any call in between my binge watch session, I can directly take the call on the headphone without going through the pain of re-pairing. And I am really glad they included this feature in a budget headphone. However, one thing you should remember, that it by default does not connect with the second device. You have to manually connect the second device every time you power on the device. But once done, it works like a charm. Anyway, one more thing I should mention, that there is a fade-in effect every time you play the audio. It has nothing to do with the connectivity, but I thought I should mention that here.
Okay, so let's talk about the microphone quality. Okay, to test the microphone quality, what I have done is I've called to my second number and this call is been recorded over there. Now this will give you an idea how the other end will hear through this headphone. Now there is something called CBC 8.0 which is here for the background noise rejection. CBC means clear voice capture. So basically what it does is any sound below 30 decibel will be rejected so our voice becomes clearer. So to simulate that, what I have done is I kept my windows open so there is enough background clear noise and also there is a high speed fan running above me. So this will give you a clear idea how is the background noise rejection through this headphone. Okay, that's all for this section. Back to the review.
Now let's talk about the most important thing, the sound quality. Let's start with the sound signature, which definitely has a preference towards the bass. The bass is punchy and it does not shy away from producing very low frequencies. It does not have the thump like Soundcore Live Q10, but personally I prefer the punchy upper bass it produces. So if you are a fan of genres like modern pop, EDM or lo-fi, that will sound really well in this headphone because it produces those beats rather well. One more good thing is it does not have a overpowering bass, it does not shadow the mids. The mids and the vocals are really crisp and detailed. I listen to a lot of podcasts and vocals and I really enjoyed the way this headphone presented them. Where it lacks though is in the highs. It lacks in resolution and also in the separation of instruments. So if your music preference has a lot of acoustics and higher notes, it might feel little dull and jumbled up. However, if you are not coming from a very well balanced and detailed earphone or headphone, in fact if your previous experience was any other Bluetooth headphone in this price range, then you would not even notice this deficiency. Now coming to the soundstage, it is not very wide but the imaging is correct. What I mean is that you will not feel that you are in a big space while using this headphone, but you will have a proper sense of direction from where the sound is coming from. Talking about background noise rejection, it does a pretty good job at passive noise cancellation as the large cushions cover the whole ear, and for the same reason sound bleeding is next to none, so you are safe from someone sneaking into your personal space. Now one more thing to keep in mind, that besides SPC, it also supports AAC codec. Now I watch a lot of YouTube and also listen to Spotify and they stream at a AAC quality. So they do sound great in this headphone. So if you're like me, this seems to be a nice feature to have. Now all that I have discussed boils down to one single question. Should you buy it? Now there are two aspects that you should understand. First, if you are someone who is expecting a cheaper version of Tribute X3 Tune, then let me break it to you that it does not sound as good as Tribute X3 Tune. It falls behind on clarity, the percussion tones feel thin, not as full as Tribute X3 Tune. Although the volume levels are same, but it does not feel as punchy as X3 Tunes. Now the second aspect, if you are someone who is looking for a sub 3000 rupees budget headphone, then this is the best package that I have seen so far. Well designed, lightweight, very comfortable to use for long hour usage, decent battery life, dual pairing and great sound quality for the price. So if you fall in this second category, then go for it. Highly recommended. I will leave a link down below. Anyway, that's all for this video. Do post your questions and queries down below in the comment section. Until next time, this is Parth signing off from Infopel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Yeah.